Breaking news on the weekly. The specials are made uniquely. So good, some call it freaky. The Mustang family.
The crew is very eerie. In the morning they might be weary, but they never will grow dreary. The Mustang family. Neat. Sweet. Petite. Watching this program is a joy. That she's trading she will destroy. A full send for the boys. The Mustang family.
Hello Mustangs, welcome to a Holidays Mustang Media.
Merry Christmas. Let's start this Christmas season off right and listen to the Grove Street Boys' newest cover of Last Christmas.
Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I kept my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'll fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, baby, I'll give it to someone special. Oh, baby. Room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you, and you're sold of ice.
My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me? I guess I was a shoulder to cry on.
Face on the lover with the fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore me apart. Oh, now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. I think there was one more of this. No, it wasn't.
Wow, that was astounding.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I heard we had some sports this week, so let's send it over to Brandon Austin and Mustang Stable.
Welcome back, Mustangs. Brandon and Austin here with your weekly dose of Mustang sports.
Let's jump right into it.
On Monday night, the girls' team took on the Bourbon County Colonels.
The girls showed up to play and waxed the Lady Colonels in a beatdown of 57-27.
Marie Kiefer and Laurel Hunter led the way for the Mustangs, both posting great games of 13 points each.
Great job, ladies. Big things to come this year.
The boys basketball team was back in action on Tuesday, taking on the dominant Beechwood Tigers.
The boys played their hearts out, but unfortunately Beechwood was too much to handle, beating the Mustangs at 92-59.
It was a great effort, boys. Keep up the hard work.
The academic team was also back in competition on Tuesday, taking on the Pendleton County Wildcats.
The team started out on fire and never stopped, defeating the Wildcats 29-15.
Hannah Fearman was the leading scorer with 9 points, and Kenton Wassam added another 8 points to push the team to victory.
8-0. Keep going for the undefeated season.
The bowling team was also in action on Tuesday, taking on the Pendleton County Wildcats.
Jared Rushman led the team with an impressive 199, and Brad Hickman followed that with a solid 188, but the team fell short.
Good job, boys. Keep up the great work and get the next dub. The boys team came back to play Wednesday night, taking on the Dayton Green Devils.
Boys laid the smackdown on them, winning an impressive score 78-27.
J.D. Schumacher led the team with 14 points, and Bryson Wheeling complimented him with 13 points.
Awesome game, boys. Keep grinding.
The girls basketball team closed out the week, taking on the Bracken County Polar Bears.
They played very well and won easily, 62-47.
Lily Krogenbaker and Marie Kiefer led the team in scoring.
Awesome game, ladies. Keep up the great work. That's all we've got this week. Enjoy the rest of the week, Mustangs.
Way to grind, Mustangs. Now we will switch it over to the blue ribbon unveiling.
You know, the designation of Bishop Brossart High School as a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence is quite an achievement. But we have known for that for a long time of what an excellent school Bishop Brossart is.
No, the road to National Blue Ribbon, it's long, it's arduous, and it's very challenging. In order to be considered and eligible, the school has to achieve test scores in reading and mathematics that place the school in the top 15% across the nation. For us to be eligible for a high school, we have to have a 24.3 in reading and a 24.3 in mathematics on the ACT. Those are high achievement marks. I always like to use this phrase, it takes a village. Another one that I like is many hands make light work. And most fitting is Bishop Roger Forrest himself. There are alternatives to Catholic education, but there are no substitutes. The point being, it takes a whole entire team, and God is the everlasting head coach. And I'm pretty sure, Bishop, that he's a Steeler fan as well.
Now, we all knew Bishop Brossart High School was an outstanding institution, full of the most virtuous and hardworking students in the United States. Now, we have proof by receiving the title National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, a title which carries a great deal of respect and scholarship, both locally and nationally. A title which embodies the hard work and dedication the students and faculty have put forth since the school was established in 1950.
You know, when I went to Brossart, it was more of a duct tape school. It's because duct tape pretty much held most of the school together. So it's nice to be here celebrating a Blue Ribbon School. So as Superintendent of Schools for the Diocese of Covington and as an alumnus of Bishop Brossart High School, it is with much pride that the excellence of Brossart, which has long been recognized locally and statewide, is now being recognized by the entire United States of America.
Mr. Ritter, Principal Ritter, thanked a whole lot of people, and I add my thanks to his, but he neglected one. You know, an effort like this takes a good leader, a competent leader, and so I think we ought to thank Principal Ritter. No generation works only for itself. Every generation has its own set of challenges. They don't do that for themselves. The person who plants a tree doesn't plant that tree for himself, because he'll probably be dead before the tree reaches its full stature. He plants that tree so that others coming after him can enjoy. It's the same thing with everything in life. It's good to celebrate achievements. I had a bishop before I became a bishop myself, we used to say, Roger, we don't celebrate our accomplishments, our achievements enough. In our culture, we want to go from one thing to another. We have to keep moving ahead to the next thing. But sometimes he said we have to just pull back and celebrate in the here and now. So it's great to celebrate here today, to celebrate with you and for you, for all that you've accomplished. So I thank all those that Father Jerry and Mr. Kleins and Principal Ritter thanked. I'm very grateful from the depths of my heart. Having been a product of Catholic education, I can appreciate it all the more.
That's a great accomplishment. It's nice to see all our current and past classmates, as well as our teachers, work together to get this accomplishment.
Yes, sir. It's great seeing that all our hard work has paid off.
Now, it's time for a visit from St. Goller, a highly anticipated short film.
'Twas the day before Christmas, when all through the school, not a teacher was stirring, not even a shoe. The blue ribbon banner was hung by the gym with care, in hopes that St. Goller would soon be there. The students wished they were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of the weekend danced in their heads. And Mr. Ritter in his tie, and I in my uniform, had just settled into class for a long winter's brainstorm. When out in the parking lot there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my desk to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The sun on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a blackboard and a bunch of elfish peers. With a gray-haired teacher so lively and baller, I knew in a moment he must be St. Goller. More rapid than eagles his elves they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Naders, now Jeebers, now Jakey and Tan, on Brandon, on Austin, on Jordy, and Jumpman. To the top of the school, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the elves they flew, with the sleigh full of homework, and St. Goller too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and stomping of each little goof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the stairwell St. Goller came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of homework he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a Sharpie he held tight in his teeth, and the fumes they encircled his head like a wreath. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the backpacks with lots of homework. And laying his finger aside on his nose, and giving a nod up the stairs he rose. He sprang to his ford, to his team gave a whistle, and away all flew like down of the thistle. But I heard him explain, as he skirted out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
That may be up there with some of the greatest Christmas films of all time. Good job, y'all.
I honestly give it a 10 out of 10. That was outstanding. That's it for this week, Mustangs. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.